Hey guys, I'm back. It's not a little, it's what if senpai. I have stuff to say today. I was first in the comment said to do Naruto X Tamari, but I was already hyping up the Hinata shit, but I can't do Skamari shit right now because I can do double pairings because my man Naruto need more than one girl because depending on how I want this thing to go, it's better for him to have two than just one. So yeah, this is me going to the tuning exams. So um, we left off at Naruto being in the academy and not being a real good friends with Sasuke. Cause when you really think about it, I don't like Sasuke at all. I didn't like his personality in canon. I definitely don't know. So, cause when you really think about it, Sasuke was an asshole in all fronts of the word. So yeah, Naruto now is we're at the last day of the academy. You call it graduation exams, depending how you like to call it. I call it graduation exams because that's the easiest way to call it. Naruto now is oh mighty fine at doing whatever he does. They go they go do the shadow clone jutsu. They have to pass. You have to do the shadow clone, not the shadow clone, the clone, because shadow clone and clone jutsu are two different things. And the clone jutsu is illusion, but shadow clone jutsu is an actual solid clone, not unnecessarily illusion. So yeah, so they have to do the clone jutsu, the substitution jutsu, and the transformation jutsu, which Naruto learned in the first week of training Zetsu, so he knows all that shit already. Naruto has perfect chakra control, like I said. He has built a relationship with the Nine Tails time and time again because you remember in the first what is Naruto's mother's grandson. I did say that the Nine Tails was helping Naruto and asked if Naruto needed his help. So yeah, Naruto has met his father already. Note this because he had to take off the seal to unseal the Kurama. Yes, Kurama's out of the cage, and Kurama's mindscape looks like a valley, a forest now. It's not necessarily a sewer. But I never understood why Naruto didn't change it because it was stated in the manga that the mindscape was how you visualize your mind. So Naruto could easily change his visualization of his mind, how he outlooks on stuff. So I don't know why he didn't do that in canon, but we don't talk about that. So yeah, we don't talk about that. So we go forward to the end of the exams, which I primarily like. So the Iruka tells Naruto to do the summon, not the summon jutsu. Sorry, the what is call it no? What is call it no? The substitution jutsu. Yes, the substitution jutsu. No, we have to do that, guys. Wait, before I go on, I have to say I'm sorry. I waked up early this morning. I told myself that I was gonna post, but then I was like, wait, I thought this year I have to do that because I have other stuff to do today, which was true, but I could have done this way earlier than I originally should, and I'm sorry in a way, not necessarily sorry wholeheartedly, but I'm sorry in a way. Please forgive me, guys. It's just the mentality that I have. I just really don't want to deal with it right now. Please forgive me. I feel sad for what I've done, but that's not the point. The point is that we're going back to the story. So Naruto did the Saratoshi Jutsu, but this time he used crows, not necessarily a fucking log. Cause I hate that. I love Itachi's Saratoshi Jutsu because when you really think about it, Itachi was always GOAT. Cause that was Itachi. Because remember, Itachi in his prime could go toe to toe with Bijou Cloak Naruto, which no one else could at that time except Madara and probably Obito. I don't really think Obito because Obito had to use Tail Beast to do that. So nah, I'm good. I can really say that Obito can do that shit. So yeah, Naruto did the substitution jutsu. He did the transformation jutsu, and he didn't do clones because he can't do clones. He did the shadow clone jutsu because Naruto has too much chakra for the normal clone jutsu. Because if it was stated, there was two reasons Naruto could never pass the clone jutsu. Because first, he has too much chakra, and his chakra control was complete trash. So he wasn't gonna do it anyways. So yeah, well, yes, I did. Wait, before I go back into the story, I need to get like commit myself to the story. Um, Naruto, like I said, I will be making a dark what if, not dark what if, a sad what if. Yes, a sad what if for Naruto. I just came back from watching. I went to Star Videos and I watched him do a video. If you haven't watched Star Videos, I really recommend you to watch Legacy because most of the ideas from Legacy would be from here. I'm not copying the whole entire thing. Actually, nothing that I've done yet to compare to this yet. But there will be some stuff that you could compare to this. So yeah, Naruto, being the sly dog he is, just does it because he felt like it. Yes, he does it because he feels like it. And now it's the Taijutsu part. Everybody's cheering for Sasuke. Sasuke, you're the best. You could do this. Beat Naruto to the ground. Naruto is not even paying them any mind. Hinata is openly cheering for Naruto because they know that they have something, but Naruto is still oblivious. Because in canon, he didn't realize when Hinata liked him. So I don't really fight. If she toned it up a little bit, he wouldn't realize anyways. Because if a girl was that that way to you, if I saw Hinata blushing at me every time I saw her, I would know she likes me. But Naruto did not know that. It was clearly stated that he didn't know that exactly. He did know that something was up, but he didn't know that it was stated in the end that Naruto did like her back, but he was too sidetracked on his goal to become Hokage, so he forgot about it. So, because when you really think about it, it's Naruto, so I wouldn't really blame you. But, like I was saying, I need to get back to what I was saying before. So Naruto easily bodies Sasuke, and the fangirls like Sakura and Ino say, no, Naruto cheated. But Naruto was not even paying him any mind. He just walked out with his hands in his pocket, because he's that type of nigga. So, yeah, wait, no, can I say that on YouTube? No, who gives a shit? You can take it out if you want. If they tell me to take it out, I'll take it out. I'll just repost another one, so it doesn't really matter. Naruto just walks out and does whatever he does after do the Genin exams. He goes to Uchiraku Ramen, obviously, but Naruto doesn't eat Uchiraku Ramen every day. And if you really want to know why Naruto loves Uchiraku Ramen, it was because of two reasons. Naruto didn't actually love Uchiraku Ramen at first, because remember, there was a novel. I think it was a Hide novel. Well, Naruto Hide novel. It was either Sasuke's or Naruto's. That it was stated that Naruto didn't originally like ramen at all, because when the Hokage brought it to him, he didn't like it at all. And that's the only thing the Hokage bought for Naruto. Oh, and by the way, Urus is the worst Hokage, confirmed. He caused the second Great War, and caused more, and the Chian Massacre got massacred because of him and his incompetence. So I just need to state that because I have a real dispute because of Ruzen. Because if Ruzen had a backbone, none of this would ever happen, and stuff wouldn't have gone so bad in the Naruto series. When you really think about it, I'm telling the truth. So Naruto, now get back to what I was saying before. Naruto, this is probably gonna be a short video because I'm talking kind of fast because I want to put out 3 videos today. The Tokyo Ghoul final, what if Naruto was like Kaneki from Tokyo Ghoul finale will be today, and I want to get working on the script for the the sad what if, the Naruto what the depressing what if that you're gonna watch a little later. Well, not with there will be the name will be what if Naruto got betrayed, and I want to do six by what if Naruto was born with six by Sage Mode. So I want to hurry up and deal with this. So yeah, I'm gonna deal with that. So we start off at Naruto getting his headband and leaving. Mizuki still tries his shit, but he utterly fails. And I only feel Naruto would learn the Rasengan from him because he would learn the Rasengan from the scroll. Because I can't really have him learn everything else. I know the Edo Tensei would be there, but what would Naruto need for the Edo Tensei? Like, why would he need it? Really? Why? Naruto, and then you would really ask that. Well, no, I'm still gonna give it to Naruto because I want Naruto to have the trainer. Naruto will not always have it. I will make him forget it in a certain point in time. It will not necessarily be forgotten in the normal way of terms, but somebody will remove it from his mind. We all know it will be Hiruzen. So Naruto learned the Edo Tensei, which Hiruzen picked up on, and he learned the Rasengan, which not he was always picked up on, but he wants to see if Naruto would do the Edo Tensei. I know that's stupid, but when you really think about it, Hiruzen really didn't make any sense. Okay, I'm not even getting that. That's for a separate video. So yeah. Oh, by the way, I might be doing Minecraft videos and natural game videos because I can't just stick with one thing and be satisfied with that. I need to like do multiple things at one time. So guys, you understand why I'm doing that because whenever you think about it, it's me and I'm kind of hyperactive. So we all know that one. Now I go back to the series. Naruto got his headband and stuff like that, and he was assigned to Kakashi. But before he was assigned to Kakashi, he had to go somewhere. Yes, Naruto had to go somewhere, and he had to go. And Zetsu gave him a paper. Well, Zetsu told him for a present of graduating. His grandfather gave him something. Remember in the first episode? No, not the first episode. The part one of what if Naruto was Madara's grandson. I did say Madara gave Zetsu a what is called it now, a like a location to something. And then Zetsu brings Hinata and Naruto to the location where Naruto sees a jar and a fan. We don't know what this fan and a scythe, a fan and a scythe, which are attached by chains. Naruto knows exactly what that scythe is and what the fan and the scythe is, but he doesn't know what the eye is. Yes, there's an eye in there. Naruto can't make it out right now. Naruto picks up the jar and he nearly drops it because Naruto knew I was supposed to be in there because that's what eyes in Naruto always in. So he know some eye was in there, but what was in there shocked him to his core. He saw the Rinnegan. Yes, Madara did take out his Rinnegan to give it to his grandson. He only gave, let's say, Naruto. Let's say Madara could split his Rinnegan. So, Naruto got a weaker version of his Rinnegan. So, but it doesn't really matter because Naruto was weak anyway. So, yeah. Yeah. So, I'm not really gonna participate in arguing fake. So, Naruto plucks out his other eye. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna say Zetsu takes Hashirama's cells, takes out Naruto's eye, and puts the Rinnegan in Naruto's eye. Yes, I'm gonna do shit like that. So this would also ultimately give Naruto limbo in his left eye and his right eye, which he would have the Mangekyo, which I never studied Naruto's Mangekyo abilities. Naruto has Komui, Amaterasu, and not Kotonatsukami, Sugayomi. Those three powerful Mangekyo abilities in freaking Naruto, but we're not gonna talk about that. Naruto just have Limbo now because in his left eye he has Tomoe, a tree Tomoe Rinnegan, which Naruto can revert to his normal eye because Madara could do it. So Naruto's Madara's son, so I believe he could do it too. Naruto reverted his Rinnegan to his base eye, so Naruto just walks out of there. He grabs the fan and places it in the storage seal on his back, not necessarily on his hand or something. He places it on her back. Naruto still has the elemental sword on his back, so you have to all watch out for that. And the elemental sword is nothing to be looked over upon. Cause I might have just brought in a new weapon, but the elemental sword I particularly made that for Naruto because Naruto will have all 5 chakra. Cause if now Minato was Uchiha, he would have fire, lightning, and wind style, which Kushina always had. And because I'm making Kushina Senju and daughter to Sanade, yes, I'm doing that because I just wanted to get the fact that Kushina was Tsunade's daughter out the way, but Naruto doesn't know that. He doesn't know that yet. But I just want to get out of the way so I can explain why Naruto has all 5 chakra. We knew that Kushina had wind style because Minato did have wind style, but then Naruto didn't have lightning style. So we could really argue that he got the wind style from Kushina. Wait, no, Minato only had fire, lightning, and earth style. Wait, what? No, not Minato. No, his main two jutsu that he had originally was fire and lightning. So yeah, yes, they were fire and lightning. Damn, I was so stupid. But that's not the point. Naruto does. Naruto has all 5 children because his father had fire, lightning, and his mother had water, wind, earth. Yeah, water, wind, and earth. So Naruto would have all 5 chakras. Just stating that, making the elemental sword perfect for Naruto. I didn't originally make the elemental sword, but then I realized if I compared the two's chakra natures, depending on how I changed the genetics, he would have all 5 chakra natures. So I decided to put it in there, and the elemental sword will be in other what ifs than this one. So Naruto left that place, and he out. He going on a trip. So he goes back to the Hidden Leaf. Eye patch though, cause he just got his eye plant transplanted into his body, and he ain't about that game. And the eye won't really take in sunlight right now, so it was a good choice. So Naruto does have to wait a week to get his Jonin Sensei. No, the Jonin Sensei is Kakashi, but really and truly, I'm gonna do Kakashi dirty in this series, and well, no, do Naruto dirty basically. Kakashi does not like Naruto. Kakashi blames Naruto for Minato's death, but when you really think about it, Naruto doesn't care. He wouldn't really. No, I can't do that. No, can I? Yes, I still can. So, cause I'm What If Senpai, so I can't do what I want. So, when you really think about it, it's me. So, I'm not really gonna confuse myself. So Naruto is now a goat. Like no, he was always a goat, wasn't he? You might realize that I changed how I spoke in this What If, cause in like Tokyo in What If Naruto was Kaneki from Tokyo Ghoul, I changed my voice because no, I changed how I pronounce things there because that's a what if that I want to like throw my whole heart and soul into and really grasp the aspect that Naruto is not the same person he was in canon. But this one, I am just basically doing this to pass time so I can get a fresh idea in my head about what if Naruto was like Kaneki, because I really want to finish that series. So a lot of people have been saying to finish it, especially my friends, because they'll be like, "Fam, you need to finish that." Like, I have been trying to watch it, but bro, you need to finish. And I was going to finish it, but then I didn't have any ideas how to finish it. And I was like, "Fam, just finish it." And I'll be like, "I need an idea, but we gonna get in that later." I've been doing a lot of sidetracks today, but I'm not gonna talk about that. So Naruto does whatever he does, and they do the battle test. Cause I'm not gonna go over the what's call it introductions, cause it's basically the same as that Naruto. Oh, But he no Naruto is exactly the same, but Naruto has a cooler demeanor to him, so he's not gonna literally blout out that he wants to become Hokage. He says he wants to achieve the goal to become Hokage. He's more fine with his words and how he would intune it. So, but his overall dreams and aspirations would be the same. Yes, you would argue that Hinata would be on Naruto's team. Yes, I would argue that too. But when you really think about it, you can't actually have them lovey-doveying on a team. So, not really the choice of action there. But like I said, tomorrow will be included in this since a request of one of my fans. I actually, if you had told me this earlier, I would have done just a strictly Tamari one. Although I don't like any other ship than Naruhina. I'm not gonna lie to you up in your face and say that I enjoy other ships than Naruhina. Because every time I do, you have to give me a hard solid reason why. It's either Naruto never saved Hinata, or at least you just give me the fact that Hinata didn't like Naruto in the first place. I hate you. No, you need to explain that better, cause I will hate you. But we're not talking about that right now. We're not talking about that. We're talking about what is Naruto's water content. And so they did the bell test, and Kakashi's really impressed. He doesn't want to show it. He wants to be the roughest in Naruto, but he can't gloss over that Naruto is completely trashing him. Now he even made Kakashi use his Sharingan. Yes, Naruto has done this, and he doesn't want to use his Sharingan yet because he feels if he does that, too much questions will come to him, and he ain't about that game. But he did hint to it because he did, then after took out his fan and his scythe. He did use the elemental sword this time because he didn't really need to. I took out the fan and scythe, and Sasuke knew exactly what that was. Because remember, Sasuke's a Uchiha, and he's the only one in the Uchiha compound, so he would have the library books and stuff like that, but he couldn't learn them because he doesn't have most of the chakra natures for them or learning transformation, so he can't really do that. So Naruto, the goat that he is, went in there, skip, skip, and he blew away Kakashi with his flan and sliced that Kakashi with his scythe, doing an ultimate combo, which also indefinitely hurt Kakashi, but Kakashi didn't die. He's just brutally beaten, and he got knocked out. Naruto took the bells and children to Sakura and Sasuke. He knew exactly what this test was about, but he just wanted to see the strength from his Jonin Sensei, which was he was quite impressed because he knows that he's elite shooting, he's elite jump. Well, he's high Kage level, and Kakashi hold up for him for a good amount of time. And Naruto did still see some stabs with kunai and some blows. He did. I'm not gonna lie, he didn't. He wasn't perfect, but he still beat him, so it doesn't really matter. Naruto placed the fan back in the storage seal. Sasuke berating him with questions. Naruto just ignoring him and Sasuke and Sakura being Sakura, the simp that she is, trying to blow off Naruto's head too. So Naruto is just completely ignoring his whole team, trying not to hit them, but it's not going that well. So Naruto, we skip to the Tazen mission because when you really think about it, D ranks, I don't really feel for them because I don't like it, okay? I don't like it. I don't like it. Because when you really think about it, D ranks are trash. Naruto did catch Tora, and Naruto did get to keep Tora because he explained to the lady who have her own Tora that Tora doesn't really like her. That's why he's running all the time. But Tora likes Naruto because he's gentle and kind. Let's just say that. So Tora decides to stay with Naruto, but Naruto keeps Tora at home in the Uzumaki compound. Yes, if you have not watched the first episode, you should watch the first. I mean, part one. Damn, you should watch part one, knowing exactly what happened in those previous episodes. So it'll be easier on you and easier on me to do shit. So please do that. And whoever, I can't remember your name right now because I kind of glossed over it and glossed at my script. Then I had to change a few things when I heard who's your name? What was it? No, I think I can uh okay, I just wanna show you out. I just want to show you off for a bit. You don't haven't seen that. You don't. No, actually, nah. I need to cut that out. But this guy said, "What if not to Naruto X Tamari, my guy, please?" So I'll complete that bit. I I shouldn't have showed that, but sorry to have rushed it. I'm probably gonna try to erase that if I find how to do that. When you really look at me, does I look like the person to naturally, if this was to harm me in any way, yeah, would I really do anything? So I'm probably gonna wrap up soon. So Zab the Zabuza mission goes basically to canon. It was basically the canon. So Demon Brothers got completely bodied by Naruto. I'm not even gonna gloss over that fight because when you really think about it, it's Naruto. But in this timeline, Naruto doesn't kill Zabuza or Haku. Everything was the canon, but Naruto saving Kakashi by himself, completely bodying Zabuza when Kakashi was in the water prison. But Naruto didn't really care about Kakashi, so he didn't really have any drive to do it. So, but he knew that he needed Jonin Sensei, and the only reason Naruto didn't save him in the first place was because Kakashi was quiet, so he could deal with him. He knew that Kakashi hated him, but he was quiet, so he could leave him because it didn't really matter. Naruto just gravitational pulled him, or Almighty pulled him, so and just choked Sam Zabuza. So it doesn't really like he's Zabuza's kind of farther anyways. But he leaves Haku alive and Zabuza, telling them they could come back to the Leaf and be good guys. Gato dies, like in canon, by Zabuza, but Zabuza doesn't die this time. Yes, I'm changing a lot, but we don't. Zabuza comes back to the Hidden Leaf along with Naruto. And Naruto hears about the tuning exams. He instantly goes off the train, but on the way there, this is where your shit comes in, my guy. This is where you get your shit. She sees Tamari and she says, "Oh my God, she is thick." Which I can't remember if Tamari was thick back then in the first part of Naruto. Some of the say she was thick, okay? And Tamari sees Naruto looking at her and blushing. Naruto was, yes, Naruto is blushing at Tamari. Naruto blushes at Hinata when she comes out in a shirt and nothing else but that and no panties. But we don't talk about that. We don't talk about that. Naruto did blush at her, but then proceeded. But then he saw who his name is. Who is his name now? Who's Rosen's grandson? I remember him, but I can't remember. Konohamaru, yes. Konohamaru. Yes, I'm gonna change a few things about Naruto's personality. Naruto does have a extended relationship with Konohamaru. Like, they still had canon, so yeah, nothing really changes there. Naruto instantly blurs out of everyone's sight. He grabs, um, damn, I forgot his name. Ugh, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And he brings him to the Hokage using Flying Rising, and he appears right back there, and he stands upside down where Garo was, which completely shook Garo because Naruto just appeared right in front of him, just directly staring in his eyes. Then Naruto pulled his hand back, waving his hands, one-handed hand signs, doing the ultimate jutsu, the top, no, it's not the jutsu. He stamped his hand on Gaara's seal and tightened it, and told Gaara, "You're welcome." Because Naruto did realize that Shikaku was real loose, because Kurama did tell him that, so he realized that Shikaku was real loose. And who his name is now, Gaara was like, "Fam, thanks." And he, for the first time, cried, and Naruto hugged him. It was a bro hug, not that stupid Naruto X Gaara thing. I hate that. I want to knock out the series, bro. I just want to kick it. But that's another point. Hamaru is instantly attracted to Naruto now because he brought back her old sibling or his or her old brother. So yeah, I think I'm gonna end it here. No, I'm gonna do Exactly. Force of death. Force of death. It goes exactly the same. So did the written test, but we don't really go gloss over that too much. Because Naruto didn't intervene in Sasuke and Roku's fight, so it wouldn't really change much. So, partly because Naruto didn't really care in any way, shape, or form. So, yeah. Naruto instantly just decides that he's gonna completely screw over everyone. And he used a kunai, a flying rising kunai. And he put the most amount of wind style he could. And used his Sharingan on Sasuke, not knowing this. But Orochimaru, the grass ninja, realized that I did have the Sharingan. And the Mangekyo, which he had to morph it into to see better. And he threw the kunai, to correctly where he wanted it to go, in front of the gates. Then Naruto just straight up told his team to come, and he followed the team that had the Heaven Scroll. Naruto did place a fire magic mark on him, and he teleported to where that ninja was. Then he completely bodied that ninja, took the scroll, and came back to his team, and they teleported to the end of the tuning house, being the first people there. And it was an all-time record because Naruto came there and exactly the 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 um the the force of death. He got the force of death in exactly 45 seconds, which is a record in all terms of the word. And they asked how they got so fast. Naruto just pointed out that he knows the flying Raijin. So it was kind of pretty easy by just putting wind style in it and knowing exactly where this was. So it's kind of easy, and then placing a marker on your opponent to teleport to them and embody them. And just so Naruto did break his father's record in the first one, and he was given props being the record breaker for the second exams. Naruto will not have any other records because when you really think about it, Naruto doesn't really got the chance to, because he has to face Kiba. And this is where I'm gonna actually leave it off the video, because when you really think about it, it's me and I'm kind of tired. So bye guys.